What's up, everybody? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and we're back with another New Music Friday. I know that I didn't do one last week because there just wasn't a whole lot of stuff that I felt confident of talking about to make a video around. So instead, I gave you guys a review of the new Callous Daoboys album. If you haven't watched that, go and check it out. I feel like it's one of the better albums of the year easily, and I'm sure a lot of people probably agree with me. But now, moving forward, we're here with some new music to talk about for the week of May 30th. And as always, I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on what I think we can expect from some of this new music releasing. And as always, if I miss something you're looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And also, before we jump into it, if you enjoyed this video and you want to continue to see more of my reviews and New Music Fridays, don't forget to give this video a like. It helps out so much with YouTube's algorithm, and it'll keep my video popping up in your recommended section. That way you don't have to go looking for me, or I pop up months later and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, because that happens so often. And so yeah, it'll help me out a lot with the algorithm, and help you guys out a lot if you want to continue seeing my videos. But moving on now, let's talk about some new music. Rivers of Nihil is releasing their new album, their self-titled album. I am pretty excited for this one. This is one of my favorite melodic death metal bands, I guess, if that's what you want to call them. Even though I kind of question the singles they've released. I don't know, they're kind of hit or miss with me lately since they lost their vocalist, and also I believe it was the rhythm guitarist, and they've been making some changes and stuff, but some of it's promising, some of it is, I don't know. It kind of leaves me scratching my head, but I have a feeling it will all come together within the album, as it always does, because I remember when they released the singles for the last album, The Work, and even when I heard the singles for Where Owls Know My Name, it was better in the context of the album. So I have a feeling it's going to deliver in the whole entire thing. We also get a new album from The Haunted titled Songs of Last Resort. Honestly, I don't really listen to this band that much. This is more of just like a thing because I'm an Ola England fan. If you don't know who he is a Swedish guitar player, guitar brand owner, and also YouTuber. That's pretty much it. I'm not really that familiar with this band, but I do enjoy his other band called Feared, which I feel like is just so freaking good. They're closer to At the Gates. The Haunted has a little bit more groove metal, and it's kind of like Ola England's nod to Dimebag Darrell, I guess you could say. And it's not really so much my thing, but I haven't really given them a try, so I'll probably give this album a listen just to see what it does for me. We also get a new album from Vildharta. I'm not even going to try to say the name of this album. I'll have to, I don't know, put it into Google Translate or something later when I do the review on this one. But yeah, honestly, I feel like this is going to be a really strong album of the year contender, just because these guys know exactly what they're doing when they're writing songs. And it's pretty wild to me that they're not more popular. I mean, I know this type of genre isn't really that huge, but there are other bands with a lot more listens on Spotify and bigger followings, and they do come from another part of the world as opposed to America, so that could be another reason why as well. But still, this band is just so they're kind of like the new Thornhill for me, because it's been a minute since Thornhill has released a full album that I really enjoy, and whenever Vildharta starts buzzing around saying, they're working on new stuff, I get really excited, just as excited as I used to about Thornhill. So yeah, I have a feeling this one's going to be a really, really strong album of the year contender. We get a new single from Fit for a King titled Lonely God. Honestly, their singles don't really do all that much for me. They're usually just a little too radio friendly. They sound like all the other metalcore out there. They're really good at it. Writing songs, they sound really good. It just sounds like everything else. I still liked their last single, I think it was, No Tomorrow. I think that was the last one they released. Ryan's vocals on there are just so impressive, as they always are. That's like the shining moment on any of their stuff. Even if it sounds like everything else, Ryan's vocals just have a way to stand out and just sound pretty good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to stay away from the single, and I'm going to wait for the full album to come out and do the full review on that. That way it has a stronger chance. We also get a new single from the Amity Affliction titled All That I Remember. It's been a minute since this band has shown up on my radar, which is kind of sad, because the same thing could be said about this band and their singles, a little bit too radio friendly, but their last album was really good. Something I truly did not think I would find myself saying about the Amity Affliction, at least for a very long time, unless if there's a huge change that happened. But they kind of adopted like this kind of currents sound that I'm totally here for. And I don't know if it's going to be on the single, because the single, it's made to be, you know, not necessarily on the radio, but it's made to just be an earworm for people and get people excited about their new stuff. But yeah, for a new album, I'm definitely excited to see where this band's going to go next. We also have a new single from 1056 titled PTY FCK. I'm not going to say it. This is a family channel, and plus YouTube gets mad at you if you say curse words, so I'm just going to try and keep it. We try and tone it down around here. These guys have been killing it lately. Their sound is honestly really refreshing. I always forget about this band since they're still pretty new, and whenever they pop up on a new music video, they blow me away. They're like one of their single, I think this is their 4th single now. I think it was like the second to last one, Earwig, I think it was. It's just insane. It is so good. It's like a punch to the throat. And I expect this to be great, but this is only, I'm just ready for the album already. This is the 4th single they released, maybe 5th, I'm not sure. It's a lot. They've released a lot of singles, and I just hope the album isn't super bloated since they're releasing a lot of singles. I'm hoping it's not super bloated, but at the same time, I'm hoping that we don't already have half of the album released to us so far as singles. If it's super bloated, I feel like with a band and this style of music, there's going to be some filler in there. But if they keep it below like 40 minutes, somewhere at like 10 to 11 songs, this is going to be a strong album of the year contender as well, just because of how just hard hitting it is and how direct it is and intentional it would be. I feel like it's just going to be sick. We also get a new single from The Word Alive titled Eyes Above. This is probably one of the worst bands around right now. It's like the poster boy for generic sounding, just really bad music. Their last album, Hard Reset, won worst album of the year for whatever year it came out. I try to forget about it. It's just, they promised fans, and they told fans, you know, we're going to be changing our sound, going back to the beginning of our roots, which their earlier stuff is pretty good. But they didn't do that. They just wrote a whole nother album that was way worse than the one that came before it. And it just, yeah, it was like a slap in the face. So if you're excited for this one, there you go. We also have a new single from Hive titled Invertebrate. This band is fairly new, still very underground. They just have one album and like a couple EPs and a few singles here or there. They're like a slightly groove metal band. There's just a little bit of groove, but then like the deathcore kind of genre. I don't know. They're like a groovy deathcore band. The vocals remind me a lot of the Acacia Strain, which is super sick, or even like old school Thy Art from like Hate era, which is just insane. And the music is there too. If you have not heard of this band, definitely check them out. They're super heavy, especially if you like deathcore. I'm a huge fan of deathcore, and I feel like this band is just, they're doing, I don't want to say something new, but again, it's really refreshing to hear this band's music. Go check out their album. This song, I haven't listened to it yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be super heavy as well. And that is it for New Music Friday. Like I said before, if there's anything that I missed you guys are looking forward to, leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And also, don't forget to let me know what you want me to review next. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you want to help support me and my channel further, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. That way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And if you like this video, it'll help future stuff to pop up in your recommended section. And just thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me sit here and talk about music. Thank you for joining in on another New Music Friday segment. I know, like I said, I wasn't here last week. So yeah, just thank you guys for coming back around, not giving up on me. And like I said, if you haven't watched that College Cowboys review yet, definitely check it out, because that album is so good. I try and dive into it as deep as I can and pull as much meaning out of the songs as I can, just to kind of flesh it out a little bit. And it's just so good. So yeah, if you haven't checked it out, definitely go give that a watch. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.